Crabman here from Crabman Gaming. Today we'll be playing Cricket Captain 2014. A little bit of a blast from the past. This was the next game that I could actually access. I had it on Steam, so I could just re-download it. Didn't take long. I did have 2010 through to 2013, but they were on old PCs, so I don't have a copy of those, sadly. Alright, you can have a look at the new features of this game when we got to 2014. We're at least finally in widescreen after 2009 wasn't. There's some tournaments you can play. Classic England versus India, so the current series back in 2014. 2011, 1996, Ganguly and Dravid make their debuts against Michael Atherton's team. 1990, the 3-3-3 for Graham Gooch. Tendulkar's rising. 1982, Botham on top form. 1971, India's first series win on English soil, so you can play those. And all-time greats, that I don't know when that was added, but that's a great feature that you can do. That's a very funny pun. The 2020 World Cup, the One Day World Cup, which was in the following year in Australia. So it was a bit boring because it's just between 8 countries. So if you go to a new game now, I spoke about in 2009 that there was just the English career and the international career. Well, by 2014, we've expanded slightly, so you can have an Australian career, first class, state team, and a T20 team, which was just as the Big Bash was starting. So I think you can have a team and a Big Bash team. Yeah, you can as well. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to have a quick look at an IPL career. Maybe this was the first year it was in, I don't know, but you can click the Indian League. I might go... Oh, who to choose? I'm going to go with Bangalore, and let's have a look how Bangalore goes. We'll keep it as it is. You want to earn the Test captaincy. Let's just have a quick look at some of the teams. Bangalore, this is my team. Whoa, my goodness me. Check this out. Gale, Kohli, Mishra, Riley Rousseau, Zoll, don't remember him, De Villiers, Patel, Morkel, Reiner, Mitchie Stark, Vaughan and Aaron, I remember him, played a few tests for India. Who have we got down here? Morley. It gets better and better. I'm having many games. Warrior, I remember this guy, Sandeep Warrior, best name. Let's have a quick look through some of the other franchises and see which players they've got. Who's this? Dwayne Smith from the West Indies. Faf du Plessis, they've got Dhoni, McCullum, Ashvin, Bravo, Jadeja, John Hastings, what was he doing in the IPL? Matt Henry, Ben Hilfenhaus, Samuel Badri, Pandey, Sharma. So Chennai look pretty good. Hyderabad, Shikhar Dhawan, Finch, Warner. That's a potent opening combo. Finch and Warner for Hyderabad. Brendan Taylor, Moses Enriquez, Sammy, Jason Holder, Bhuvi Kumar, Dale Steyn. It's a pretty good... Well, I'm going to say all these teams are going to look pretty good. Agarwal, he was good in 2020. Just starting out there. Duminy, Peterson, Taylor, De Kock, Nisham, Coulter-Nile, Wayne Parnell, the South African, Quick. And they got Mohamed Shami there as well. Punjab, George Bailey, Sean Marsh, David Miller, Pujara, Sehwag. Some good batting here. Riddhaman Saha, Test keeper when Dhoni wasn't playing. Rishi Dhawan, Mitchie Johnson, Glenn Maxwell, Pereira, Bjorn Hendricks from South Africa. Yeah, they look okay. Mumbai, Mike Hussey, what a legend. Benny Dunk, what was he doing in the IPL as well? I think some of these players got picked up as backup for quite cheap. I wonder if it tells you their actual contracts as well. 90. What's it compared to? Yeah, so look, a Mike Hussey, 570, a Ben Dunk, 90. That's probably pretty fair. Corey Anderson, I remember when he was touted as the next big thing. Pollard, Marchant DeLonge, Hazelwood, Malinga, Santoki from the West Indies. I don't remember much of him. Kolkata, Gambir, Lin, Uthapa, Chalwa, Callis. This looks good here. Gee, how do you pick out of these people? Russell, Shakib, Ryan Tenduscarter, Cummins. He's still fast medium in this game. Cummins has just started his career. Just 6 first-class games. He already had that test when he was 18 against South Africa. Morkel, Sunil Narayan, Kuldeep Yadav. Here he is as a young 19-year-old. Have I gone through everyone? Rajasthan quickly. Brad Hodge. Stevie Smith. Hey, there he is. 24-year-old Steve Smith. Back when he used to do well, not too much bowling here either. Pretty much given up bowling. Ben Cutting, Faulkner, Kevin Cooper, yeah, what was he doing there? Kane Richardson and Tim Southey. And I think we're back to Bangalore. So I'm just going to play one game for you today. And I wonder if I get to a selection screen as well. Okay, I can pick them up. I don't really know who my 11 are going to be, but I'll just put some batting and bowling on maybe who I think might get a bowl, and the computer can recommend me. I've got Yuvraj Singh as well. Absolutely awesome. Suresh Raina. Is that Suresh Raina? Sachin Raina. Oh, Sachin Raina. Oh, it's Raina, not Raina. Not reading properly. Just one more coach. We'll give it to Patel here. De Villiers, Stark. We'll give them the physio. It doesn't matter too much, and they're going to play one game. And yeah, it's going to be Delhi versus Bangalore. Now, I don't know if you ever did this when you played the game, but I always used to get a little bit annoyed if I couldn't pick my own team at all. So quite often I would just simulate the whole first year so I could pick my team. Alright, well this is going to be a colossal challenge trying to pick these four. Gale, De Villiers, Morkel, Stark. Or just, how does Muralitharan not get a game? He has to play. They're probably the four internationals I would play the best. Gale, Patel. We need an opener. We don't really seem to have any other openers. Is he any good though? 20. He's okay. Oh, we got Van Zol here as well. Just a youngster. I'll generally like to check their second team stats to see how good they are. He doesn't have any, so that doesn't help me out. Do you know what? Let's get rid of Patel because I want to put someone else in. De Villiers can be the keeper. Zol can open. Kohli, De Villiers. Yuvraj Singh. There's not too many other non-international batsmen here, so it's maybe Patel can play, but just in the middle. Yuvraj Singh. Why haven't I got the 2020 stats on? Rana, Patel, Stark, Murali definitely going down the bottom. Dinda. Who else have I got? Got Chahal, who has gone on to have a really good career. So I'll get Chahal in. Who can I get him in for? Patel. Dinda's pretty good. Yeah, it's quite hard to get him in. I might have to miss him out. Yeah, we got 4 and then Rana to bowl as well. Let's have a look at first class. Yeah, Patel a little bit better than Rana. That probably looks pretty good to me. Alright, less of me talking because I end up talking for half these videos before we play. So that's the Bangalore lineup. The Delhi lineup: Peterson, Murali Vijay, Manoj Tiwari, Quentin de Kock, other Tiwari, Danish Kartik, Jimmy Neesham, Nathan Coulter-Nile, Kaush, Mohammad Shami, and Sharaf. Lineup looking pretty smart as well. Tails never fails. It has. Spinner's pitch. Let's have a look what's different from 2009. We've jumped in 5 years. So the interface looking pretty tidy. I still don't think we have balls over here, which was a good inclusion that I did like as the first over. Yeah, we don't. So that's a little bit annoying. We've got autoplay as a nice big button now instead of that little button. I do like using this whole bottom part as well. You can see the conditions. And no, yeah, that's what I like. In later games, 1 bar less is just 1 slip, which I quite liked for T20 games. But Stark's bowling from the wrong spot. It's a problem. He needs to bowl full. And they actually have their 20 over stats now, whereas before it used to show their 1 day stats. But it has been 5 years. There we go. It's looking quite clean and crisp. 2020, I can finally click out of that highlight screen. That was very annoying. And this game could be a high-scoring affair. That would be exciting. Wow, 67 from the first 5. Send for the man. Send for Muralitharan. In he is. In he is. He's still managed 154 T20 games at 22. Look at that first-class average under 20. Test average 22.72. I do like you can go current comp, last comp plus 1, which they started adding some more features here as well. You still can't select per country. That was introduced a little bit later. Murali, what can he do? Need a wicket. He's absolute master. It's over. Fine leg. Oh, for 4. You can see quite a lot of the field as well. I quite like looking at the advertising as well. So you've got All Out Cricket. I wonder how hard they tried to sell some of this advertising space. Because I think if you sold some advertising back then, I was going to say people are still playing the game now, but they're not really. But, you know, you might be watching this video and they'll still be getting some free advertising out of it. One thing that I've seen about retroactive advertising, it's from wrestling, and in WCW they would sell advertisements on the mat. So there was one I was watching, and the mat was re-watching it 20 plus years later. Skittles are still benefiting from that decision to pay to have the ring mat with their logo. So it might have seemed like a lot of money at the time, but it has paid off in the long term. Rana gets the first wicket of Murali Vijay. But Delhi are doing a wonderful job. Oh, that's caught down the fine leg, surely. Yeah, that's good. Minoj Tiwari, one of the early stars of the IPL. He's gone. Run has really helped with 2 wickets. Can Murali get a wicket? No, Matai can't get any wickets. Struggling to get going. There's a good catch at short leg. Kevin Peterson out for 47. De Kock and Tiwari in. Rana to Tiwari. Oh, that's plum. I actually want to watch the ball tracking this time. Oh, and they have the have this down the bottom to show where if it struck in line and where the ball pitched, which that wasn't there in 2009. And I know we've skipped forward 5 years in one go, but it is interesting to see. It might give Yuvraj Singh a little bowl. It hasn't really helped out. Can Rana take 5? He can't. Dinda's going to come back in. And we'll get another one from Patel and Dinda. And then we'll get Stark back in. I wonder if they're hitting any more 6s. I know it's not a big sample size, but just the 1 6 so far, despite a run rate of nearly 10. Starkey's been expensive, but he's got the cock. Let's get Murali back on for his final over. If you want to see some Murali destruction, please watch the Cricket Captain 2009 video. There's Murali doing what he does best in that video. And so nearly 200. Oh, there's another 6, but you generally don't see too many 6s. They started increasing that as the series went on. That was a frequent request from players to up the amount of 6s hit. And when you look at their stats, it doesn't say the percentage of 4s and 6s like it does now. It does have strike rate though, which is pretty good. I wonder, has that note section disappeared? Yeah, that's gone. You can rename the players as well, just not during a match. Okay, 197. This is going to take some chasing. We've got Chris Gale and Vijay Zol into bat. He's played a couple of games. He's already got 100. Whatever happened to him? He should still be playing. Maybe he is. I don't know what he's up to. I haven't heard of him for a while. Shami to Gale. He's got the barbecue out for Zol. Oh, he's gone for a golden duck. Well, that wasn't really worth it for him. In comes Virat Kohli, 26 years of age. Still averaging pretty well. How did he go the previous year? Really starting to turn into one of the world's best batsmen by 2014. Shami to Kohli. 6 for 1 after the first over. His call to Gale. Oh, Gale. He's hit it straight back at him. I want to see where Gale was up to in here. He's still playing all formats. So his previous year, pretty disappointing in the one-day format, but did smash 175 in the previous year's IPL, which you can probably inflated that average a little, but still pretty good. And probably quite a slow strike rate for Gale. That's a little bit more Chris Gale style, averaging 50 into the T20 format of the game. In comes AB de Villiers. How's he been going as well? Has he retired from anything yet? He hasn't. What was his previous year? Very strong in the tests, strong in the one-dayers, and the T20s, yeah, okay. There's a good 6. Need 10.5 and over already though, so that's a little bit of a worry. Call to Kohli. Need to speed up a little bit. I hope you're enjoying me playing through these old cricket captain games as well. It's a little bit of a blast from the past for me. Just seeing how the interface looks. And I haven't played any of these games since the new version came out. I don't think there's really too much of a reason to go back. I'm not sure there are people who go, oh, do you know what I'd love to play? FIFA 16. I'm going to throw that in the PS4 or Xbox and play a 4-year-old FIFA game when I've got FIFA 20 in front of me, even though it's not amazing FIFA 20. But you get the idea, unless there's something really specific that you want to play. As De Villiers is bowled by Jimmy Neesham. That's a bit disappointing. Well, there's only one way to go for Bangalore. That will be up if they don't get over the line here. They're just hanging on in this match. Maybe Kohli can pull off a miracle. 128 needed in the final 10. Come on, Yuvraj Singh. Coulter Niles here. Did a good job in the IPL for a couple of years, Coulter Niles. Always was spent a few years on the fringe of the Australian Test team. He was 12th man a few times without ever quite getting over the line for a game, but played a fair amount of T20 and 50 over cricket for Australia. Probably his most famous moment in Australian colours was when he made 92 in the 2019 World Cup against the West Indies, batting at number 8, which is the highest World Cup score by number 8. 13, so we're just hanging on, 13 and over. Neesham to Singh. Well, that was a good 4. There's a waft. So still looks like a good over, but it's only 11. So it's still pushing the runs up. Kohli, 48 of 41. Oh no, that looks like a run. Oh no, it's his 50. It's just the little push for the highlights. Few empty seats. What's going on, everyone? IPL should be full, packed. What's all this? What's with all the hills? It's a very interesting looking stadium. You'd be lucky to find too many seats free at an IPL match in years gone by. Patel's coming in. He needs 15 and over. He's got to hit hard right from ball number 1. Shami to Patel. Oh, it's down leg. 16 and over. It's looking unlikely. But thanks for joining me today. I haven't really showed the channel much today, but if you have enjoyed the video, just flick a like down the bottom. If you comment, I'll do my very best to reply. If you subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. The subscribers are just growing slowly each week, so that's really pleasing to see. You can find me on Facebook, Crabman Gaming, have a page on there, and at Crabman Gaming for my Twitter. So, and I'm always looking at ways to improve, get a little bit better. And Patel is gone. Try and show you some new footage as well. 60 off 20. Sharath to Singh still can be done. Big 4 will help. Need a 4 nearly every ball. They've made a fair go of this chase. It was a pretty big chase. Maybe that was Singh's 50 there. I just thought it was the animation for a 4. So there's 10. But they need 20 and over. It needs to be a 4 and then a 6. That's not too bad. Sharath to Singh. Oh, missing that. Horrible. 46 from 12. Well, I don't think it's going to happen, but thanks for joining in today, having a quick look. There's a nice 6. Tomorrow, I do have Cricket Captain 2015, so I'll go through that. I do say tomorrow, might be the next day. It just depends how I'm going with these videos as well. I'm trying to release one every day or 2, but thanks for joining along. Another 6 would really help. Oh, missing the ball didn't help either. 2 6s there. 19 required. We were in the game, or 20 required. Alright, I forgot how many we needed. 31. 27 needed. And that's pretty much the game. But they got closer than I thought. It was just always just a little bit far away. It's a nice 6 from Mitchell Stark. He does love it. Oh, 4. Does love to hit a good 6, does Mitchy Stark. Patel's in for the last ball. Well, it was a disappointing start to the campaign, but Bangalore have lost. Murali Vijay, 55. Dinesh Karthik, 48, not out. Sachin Rana did a great job, 4 wickets for 29. Everyone else seemed to go. The first 3 bowlers smashed everywhere. If we look at the run rates, yeah, we were a long way behind, and we just couldn't close this gap. Kind of here, there was an over of 20, and this was really the difference, I feel. This over here, over of 20 early on, and then we had an over of, 2 and 5. It didn't really help too much, and it was a bit too far to come back from. But in the Bangalore innings, Kohli made 51 off 45, probably a fraction slow. Yuvraj Singh, excellent, 60 off 33. That's about it. 4 for Shami, 2 for Kool. Shami is the man of the match. And the IPL is here with its 14 matches. Definitely not going to play through that many. Have an IPL save on Cricket Captain 2020 if you want to go watch that. But just before we go, let's have a little look at the ratings, world ratings back then. South Africa are on top, 29. The Aussies, the English, India at 4. One day, Australia were the top of one day. They were just coming back, getting ready to win that 2015 World Cup. They had a very strong one-day team with, Glenn Maxwell was in fine form. Faulkner was playing really well for them. George Bailey was getting a lot of runs. Warner and Finch were doing good work at the top. England, India at 3, South Africa, Pakistan, and in the T20s, well, Australia were hopeless, so they should be 7 or 8, really. India at 8. They didn't really take T20 too seriously until a little bit later on as well, or maybe they just had a bit of a bad run. Alright, well, thanks for watching today. I wonder if there's anything else I can show you. Maybe the players just quickly. Yeah, I might show you everyone. I might just show you everyone quickly from each nation. The batting stats for the current players. Dave Hussey, brutally unlucky not to play Test cricket. Warner's just kicking in. He's played 30 tests. There's Dan Hughes there. Steve Smith. Yeah, breaks your heart to see Phil Hughes is still here in the game. Was really going well. Really set for a bit of a look back into the team around this time. There's Stevie Smith, Lynn Watson. Let's have a quick look at bowling. There we go. Chad Sayers doing a great job. Only really got the 1 test match. Faulkner, McDermott, Pattinson, Berendorf. Yeah, Luke Butterworth. Interesting. So many wickets. And Stevie O'Keefe, he just got wickets for fun. Alright, we'll just go through batsmen quick. There's England. Gary Balance just started off. Here's Dom Sibley. He's playing today. So, playing. The game might have finished by the time this comes out. He's just started his test career. Peterson. Phil Jacques somehow had become English. Probably to avoid that Kolpak ruling. Anyone else who's interesting to have a quick look at here? Chris Wokes. He's already got 300 first-class wickets. Yeah, that's about it, really. Jason Roy with some bowling. Mark Wood. Yeah, Jake Ball, who went on to play about 4 tests. India, bowling. Anyone interesting standing out for you? I'm trying to have a look quickly. It is annoying when you get these bowlers who've chipped in with a few. Bumrah, yeah, there's Bumrah, just early in his career, just the 8 matches. He's just started batting. You got Pujara. Anyone with only a few matches who turned into an absolute... Is that Vijay Shankar? Yes, he's played a bit of cricket for India as well. Jadeja, 50 matches. KL Rahul. Yeah, nothing too exciting. We'll go through quick. New Zealand, Pakistan, South Africa. Callis still plugging away. Amla, De Villiers. Yeah, Sri Lanka. Yeah, no one really standing out there. About for the West Indies. Blackwood, yeah, he's been playing a bit. Any bowlers? What about Jason Holder? He's hasn't played Test cricket just a bowler, but started off pretty well. Then Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, and that's about it. So thanks for joining me today. If you liked the video, stay tuned for later. There'll be Cricket Captain 2015. That will be lots of fun to watch that as well. Have a great day and see you later.